Get ready to increase your courage and improve your confidence. Welcome to Learning in Silence. Learning in silence is the choice we make on a moment-to-moment basis to use every story in our lives as a catalyst for growth. This show is a safe space to come together to exchange positive energy and engage in conversations and storytelling to enlighten us all. And now, here's your host, Juju.DivineEmpress.
Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome to episode 2 of Learning in Silence with your host, Juju.DivineEmpress. Hope your day has been filled with love, peace, and much gratitude. Today's episode will be Healing After a Narcissist. But before I go any further, I have a big announcement to make. Oh, I'm so happy, everybody. I'm so happy. As I have mentioned before, Learning in Silence hasn't been a solo act. It always have had somebody wonderful, kind by my side. She has seen me cry. She has seen me in all stages. And she's still my friend. But I am beyond grateful and beyond happy and blessed to have her as my new co-host of Learning in Silence. And hopefully forever. So let's welcome my forever co-host. Ooh. Sorry. Delay there. Welcome.
Hi guys, what's going
Silence.
on? It's such an honor. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe I'm a co-host to a show.
Yes. And I couldn't be any more grateful and any more happy than to go on this journey with you. It has been a
Oh my
blessing.
goodness.
And it's kind of like something I forgot to say, where it's kind of like your mind is so brilliant that not a lot of people could be able to see that. And I want everybody to
Handle it,
see that.
girl. Thank you so much, Juju. It's such an honor. Thank you to the Breakthrough Show Network and Jessica and all our friends at the Breakthrough Show Network. Thank you so much. You guys have been very supportive of me just independently. You know what I mean? Like, always telling me I could do it. You encouraging me that I can do it as well, Juju. Thank you
Oh, of
so
course.
much. And for all our friends, all our new fans, well, not fans because we don't like that, our family. Thank you
Yes.
so much for being so supportive. The first show did amazing, right?
Yes. Yes. It did. It did really good. It did really good. And I'm very happy for everybody that came and supported us live and afterwards as well.
Right, right. We got a lot of comments afterwards too. Actually, talking about comments, let's pay attention to what's going on over here. Look like it's on fire over here. So let's see who's there.
Ooh, who's there? Who's there? Don't forget, you have an announcement to make as
Rocky!
well.
What's going on, Rocky? Thank you for coming out and always supporting us. She's been one of our number one supporters. Oh, happy! What's going on? Deja! Lovely.
Ooh,
Namaste.
welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for
Mandee.
coming.
We
Okay,
love you.
so Mandee, don't you have something to say?
Yes, you're not the only one with good news here. I brought a little goodie myself. So I am happy to announce for the both of us that we will now be airing twice a month, guys. So you're not gonna just get us once a month, you're gonna get us twice a month. And that's gonna be on the second and third Thursday of every month, guys. You could catch Juju and myself, Mandee, right here on the Breakthrough Show Network with us on Learning in Silence.
Yes, I am beyond happy. I'm beyond
I wish I
grateful.
had like glitter so I could just.
Oh, Chloe just had made something like that. My youngest just made something like that and explode a whole bunch of little pieces of paper. Just
She's
I
gonna
had it
need to
ready.
teach me. See, already ahead of the game. But let's get into today's topic, shall we?
Okay, so today's topic is healing after a narcissist.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's some
That
topic.
word just makes me like
Ooh. Okay, but before we go into in the healing part, which is the most important part of today's topic, I would like
Mhm.
to, you know, go into just a little description on regards of what is what qualifies people as a narcissist or what makes
Amen.
them
And
a
even
narcissist.
what a narcissist is.
That's
Some people don't even know that definition. I actually just learned the definition of a narcissist, well, in depth, now that we were doing it for the show. And even before, maybe just about a month or two ago, I learned what a narcissist even was. I didn't even know that that was a thing, honestly.
oh, I mean I learned it recently as well, not as recent, but I did learn it maybe a few years back. I started reading upon it and I came across it in Pinterest and I studied it and wow, found out so much about it. But can you share with us what is a narcissist, or what is the definition of a narcissist that you found?
In my perspective, of course. So a narcissist is really somebody who, I'll just say, overall overbearing. They like to be the center of attention. They like everything about them and not in a good way at all. You know what I mean? There's one thing to be confident in yourself, but there's another thing to be overconfident to where you're spewing it on others, especially in an unhealthy way. And especially when you're trying to get exactly what you want and how you want it.
That's true. They
So,
also suffer from codependency as well. Us
yes.
as victims, we do suffer from that as well. But they are. That's something that one of their characteristics that they have, that they are codependent. They suffer from boundaries. They lack much boundaries than what we do. They're also they like to insult a lot. Have you noticed that?
Amen.
To like
Yeah,
always insult you. They always demean you. They
that would
always
be
put you down.
that would be categorized, I want to say, as negging. So negging is when like it's like passive aggression almost. Like you give a compliment but an insult at the same time, or like you give love but you take it back. Like, yeah, I love you, but there's always something else to it. Or like even with them trying to get you to do what they want. You know what I mean? They're gonna in the beginning, of course, any relationship is good in the beginning, whether it's a friendship, a partnership, you know, domestic, whatever it is. You always try to show your good side first because
Yes.
you want people to like you, right? So when that's why people call it the honeymoon phase. Like you go through it and then people are like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know they were like that." Like somewhere down the line. You know what I mean? Because we choose to hide that side of ourselves. A lot of us have even tendencies of a narcissist, honestly, because especially like you said, some victims, they carry that because it becomes their everyday. So now it becomes routine. So now not even they are doing it, they're teaching their children to do it, they're teaching the people around them that treat them that way, and that they start doing it to other people, not knowing.
I could testify to that, for the fact that I had narcissism in around me. I was raised on with that in my family hold in my house,
Right.
and I'm not here broadcast live because it's all about truth and a safe
Amen.
right. But I have came to the awareness that I also suffer from, not narcissistic, but I do have a lot of toxic traits because of being raised with that, constantly being groomed in my head all the time, that you grow up with toxic traits, and if you don't get them healed and taken care of properly, it could become a narcissistic person.
Right. And it becomes problematic. It becomes almost like a family curse in a sense because no one's breaking that cycle. You know what I mean? And so now you're stuck with situations of children being narcissistic. And I'll just say that. I say that to say this. Children are narcissistic, point blank, period. They could sell water to the ocean, honey.
We all
Let
have
me just,
narcissism in us, though. There's like a
especially my
percentage.
little ones, they will get you for $1, honey. Let me just tell you. But we also teach them, thank God in my life, I'm lucky to have a team to help me raise my children, that we teach them the value of money, the value of $1. I know individually we were taught whatever we were taught, but I'm glad that we came together to at least teach them, because again, you teach children how to get out of these systems and these ways of thinking, because they even go into school's narcissistic as well.
Yeah, yes, that is true. That is so true. And that's one of the main parts where it starts developing. Well, in my opinion, not something that I have researched or anything like that, but I feel like that's one of the parts where kids start feeling this grandiose thing about themselves or and stuff like that. And if you don't
Very entitled.
correct, and if you
Mhm.
don't get it,
Mhm.
I don't want to use the word fixed, but if you don't get it taken care of in a sense where, like, address it, speak to the child, speak to the person, or there could be a
Coping
narcissistic
mechanisms.
teacher already there, which is already showing these traits to the students as they
Exactly.
go. But again, I don't want to go into the school part because that's another topic,
Touchy.
another set.
Yeah, we'll get there. We sure will get there. So overall, a narcissist person is just a person who's overconfident, overbearing, very manipulative, will do anything and everything to get exactly what they want, how they want it done. Um, Now we can move on to the part where we learn what this is. Or maybe not learn what it is, you just know in your soul it's not right. Something is not right. You're not happy. Because forget them for a second. Like,
Correct.
we already know they're not happy because of the way they're acting, especially if they're being erratic. You know what I mean? We start diminishing ourselves with this narcissistic behavior. We literally break down brain cells in our brain, from the back of our brain where all our emotion and our memory go, and we start blocking. Literally, cells die, and that what later long sorry what later along down the line causes like things like amnesia, not amnesia, what's the term, Alzheimer's, and things of that
I was gonna
nature,
say dementia, but
because dementia as well. But dementia is just the next step of
I got,
things. So
I got. It is true. Okay, continue, continue, continue. My bad. I just it was in your in your thing there, but we were talking about after the fact, and it is true. There's being under this scrutiny of constant toxicity and constant trauma on a daily basis. It causes so much effect in our body, in our brain, in our body, in our mood, and in everything that a lot of us do struggle with, like separating ourselves from the narcissist and stuff. But when we actually, you know, get to the end, to the finish line, and we get to separate ourselves from us, we go through so much. It's kind of like, like an addiction to drugs. Like when you're like
right,
over cleaning your
like a
system
withdrawal.
because yeah,
Yeah.
exactly that.
Mhm.
That's the word I was looking
Mhm.
for. It's kind of like
Exactly.
you go through a withdrawal, so it's kind of like you still want to go back, but you know if you're strong enough, which I know a lot of us are, we have managed to pass through that. We have managed to go through that. But there was something that you had said to me, was it yesterday? That the body keeps count.
Amen. Like a tally, girl. The body
The
keeps
body
count.
keeps
Mhm.
so, and that is something that I have come to learn. I have come to learn, and it's true. And from there you have to go from your body learning how not to be in that constant fight, flight or flight mode type of thing. You have to always you start getting better. What the point is that I'm trying to say is that you start getting better from it. You start surpassing that. You start moving along with that. And what's the next step after that? Like, what do you do now?
So now you
I separated
separate yourself.
myself from this person. I don't no
Right,
longer want this person in my life. What now?
right, right. Now is the grieving part. You almost got to pretend like that person died. You got to kill the relationship. You got to kill the narcissistic behavior. You have to kill the bad energy. A cleanse. This is when you're going to start learning about yourself, because you depended on somebody for so long, on one, on the way they did things, two, how they wanted things done, and three, just it's people pleasing as well, because you're pleasing them, but you're only pleasing them because you want it to stop. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true. You wanted everything to maintain like calm, in a sense, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly, exactly. So you do things of that nature. So now, you start learning about yourself, like I said, and you start doing it at work, you start doing it at school, you start doing it with your friends, you start doing it with your family. You got to take out the anger somehow, some way. You got to heal yourself, because it's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect you whether you want it to or not. You can deny it all you want to, but the healing has to happen, especially if you want to. I don't want to say live a good life, because anybody could live a good life, you know what I mean? A healthy one. And I mean mentally, emotionally, physically. You know what I mean? You have to go back and feel those emotions and make yourself feel those emotions.
I I I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. But what can we say to those people that do not want to go through those emotions? That is kind of like it was too much. It was beyond something. Like, I barely thought that I was able to survive alive. I don't want to go through all those feelings again. What can we say to them?
There's no way of getting around it. There's no way of going under it. You got to go through it. You have to go back to the emotion, the time, and the place where you were feeling when you were feeling, and that person saying what they were saying to you, or doing what they were doing to you. You know what I mean? It's going to affect you in the long run, how you treat people, how you love people, how you see people as equal, because a narcissist sees their self as superior, and you're always going to be inferior to them. So you look at everything almost that way. Now you're not with that person, so you're the superior and everyone's beneath you. That's not okay. You know what I mean? Like, why would, just ask yourself for a moment, and again, judgment free zone. Why, if you wouldn't want somebody to treat your daughter that way, or your son that way, or your sister, your brother, whoever that way, why are you doing it? Why are you why are you not taking that moment to be like, this is wrong? There has to be something in your belly, in your gut, in your soul to tell you that this is wrong. Because I don't know about others, but for me, I ignored it 1,000 times.
Well, according to the research that I have read, narcissistic people doesn't have those same feelings that we empathic people have, or us normal, so-called normal people.
But again, if you don't know, you don't know. You're still having that hope because you believe in love. You know what I mean? You hold on to love. You want the love part. You know what I mean? Like, even though they may carry love, it's not necessarily healthy love. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they could do all these things for you, but do they know who you are? Or are they too busy telling you who they are and how they want it?
Well, it's kind of like something that we had mentioned prior in the first episode, where we make pictures in our heads,
Amen.
and we create these illusions with these narcissists, and in our heads these people are the best that they could be at. Like, they're giving me their all, they're actually really loving me and showing me everything that they can, and we keep on giving them excuses and excuses, and bypassing and not, like bypassing the red flags and not caring about them. But what I believe should be one of the main things, which I want to make sure everybody listens, whoever, now live or afterwards, please, you have to be aware of these red flags. And if it's a red flag to you, that means there's something. And also, you have to do is put boundaries. You don't
Healthy ones,
care
please.
how it sounds to anybody else. It could sound crazy to anybody else, but if it's a healthy boundary that makes you feel safe, makes you feel you, authentic you, then you do that boundary. You go ahead and put that boundary up, because
Now, sorry.
boundaries is beyond important. That's all I wanted to make sure. Like, it's beyond
Amen.
important to have, not just with
Mhm.
a narcissist, but with anybody in your life, including your children. Okay,
Even the
I'm not
dogs. Boundary.
boundary yourself up.
So I had this up not because, I was trying to call you out or anything. I love this. I always said I'm someone's child, why me? Because I used to think that same thing. I used to think that same I used to cry about it. You know what I mean? Why me? Why is this happening to me? Did I not come from a woman? Did you not come from a woman? Do you not love your mother? Or are you disrespecting her too? So therefore, how could you know love? I didn't know then, I know now. How could you love me? You can't love me. You just can't. Because you don't even love yourself. You can't even admit when you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I learned to, after the why me's, I learned what can I do to not ask that question again? How can I set myself up for the next time that I won't be in this position? Hello, Mr. Jackson.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
It hurt me. It hurt and made me feel unworthy, made me not love myself either. Definitely. Definitely. And especially when you come from, you don't come from, I didn't grow up 100%, I don't think anyone does, but love for me was, I don't got to tell you, you should just know. You know what I mean? Kind of love.
Okay.
Again, I've seen other people in my family who get the love that I used to see, like the cariño, the heart, the hugging, the kissing, the I love you, you know what I mean? But growing up in both ways, I grew up almost confused. So I didn't know what love looked like. I thought it was just everything. You just deal with everything. You know what I mean? That's love. You take up and you put up and you put the years in. It's not
Totally
about
resonant.
that.
Totally
And
correct.
then you have to heal, especially when you want to move forward. Now, fast forward to you're not attached to this person. Now, how do you keep them away? Because if they're still in your life somehow, shape, or form, you can't focus on you because they still make it about them.
Oh yes, that's when the hoovering starts, right?
Lord Jesus Christ. And they
Hoover
try
around,
to control what even happens afterwards. They're
correct.
not even present and they trying to be in the Kool-Aid over here. Don't even they bland over there. Like, I don't
So
understand it.
what we have to do is always, it's kind of like I said in my first episode, you always have to find that support system. That support system that no matter what, it stays locked. You
Wilson
know?
said it, a solid foundation keep the circle sane.
Exactly. So you find that that group that will be there for you and will and will help you along in this journey. But somebody, people that you trust, people that that knows you how you really are, you know. I feel like not anybody, any willy-nilly person can just come and be like, "You're my support group," so now you're stuck here. Kind of like I stuck DJ
Look,
as a friend.
girl, that was the hardest part, cutting the umbilical cord. Honey,
Oh
let me tell
yes. Oh my
you.
god.
Woo, woo.
Sometimes I think
Oh,
the umbilical cord is still there.
I'll pass on the Kool-Aid, right? I'm drinking water. I'm good with some alkaline water, whatever water spring this came
I'm
from.
drinking my
It
tea.
came from some rock. Mhm. I'll take the minerals from that. I don't need no sugar, honey. I'm good. I can't stay. I'll check
Okay,
in.
so
Namaste.
how about we go to a quick commercial break?
All right, guys, let's take a little break and we'll come back with some questions. Let's do some questions. I heard you had some questions
Yes.
for me.
And then I have a question for you, Miss Mandy.
Woo! I'm ready for it, guys. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
After this.
Thanks for watching the Breakthrough Show Network. Today, we'd like to support our friend over at Nail Beauty by Brittany. Purchase your custom press-on Reiki-infused nails by visiting nailbeautybybrittany.com. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back to Learning in Silence with Juju and
And
Mandy.
that was our girl Brittany by Nail Beauty by
Yes, don't
Brittany.
forget your 10% off with your code Juju, double J's. Look at those nails. Look at those. Look at them. Look at them. Oh my God.
You know it's official when you got your logo on your nail, honey. And she gave me the namaste over here. I don't know if you guys could see it correctly, but my lotus flower, everybody knows I am obsessed with lotus
Wait,
flowers.
let me focus you up so they can see it better. Let me do that. Let me shout her out like that. Ooh,
What?
look
Look
at
at that
that.
girl. Okay, with that lotus
I
flower.
love that lotus flower. Oh,
I carry peace and positivity wherever I go now.
ooh, I love that. I love that. Okay, so let's go to the comments, right? Before the
All right.
questions. Is there any
Let's
question?
show some love out here. Thank you guys for showing us
Hey,
love and showing up
yes.
today. There's
Queen
6
B.
beautiful souls in here. Thank you.
Hey, yeah, I can't stay, but I wanted to check in. On. Thank you, Queen B. I appreciate it. Oh, oh man.
It was my birthday, guys, so that's why she did my nails for me. It was amazing.
Yes, we love some Brit over here.
We
Brit, we love you. We
do.
love you, Brit. Oh, yes. Miss Raquel, thank you for being here and for being so interactive. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's
Jessica,
baby mama.
Divine, the Divine. Oh, my God. True love couple. How you doing? Oh, look. She's upset. She did the same thing. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Ooh, she's amazing, yeah.
Okay, so how about I go back to my question? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just okay. So, as a survivor of narcissistic abuse, um, what do you wish to tell our audience and everybody out there, um, that did not understood that needs to or that needs more understanding on regards of this subject?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. Because I think that's the toughest part. People don't understand. Um, it's like I said, even with mental health, you don't know how to approach the situation, you don't know how to approach the person, you don't know what kind of mind frame they're in. But I would say anything. Even if they get upset, say anything. Hey, how you doing? Even if they keep saying I'm okay, keep asking them how they're doing, letting them know at least you're there and you're present and you actually care about the person who they are. That's going to help them in the long run. You know what I mean? Um Coming out of a narcissistic relationship and dealing with those kinds of things, it's not hard to recognize that you do need help when you actually admit to yourself that you need it and don't prolong it. I don't advise you to prolong it. I advise anyone to seek help immediately. Find someone you trust, someone you know who maybe has gone through the same things and can relate and resonate, you know what I mean? And can point you in the right direction. Always go towards people with the positive outlook, and don't don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself grace because maybe you didn't know no better. And sometimes people are gonna tell you it was your fault. Nothing is your fault, especially when you have a good heart and you do things out of love and you do things out of a higher power. You know what I mean? Um, when you learn your confidence, be proud of yourself and don't second guess it anymore. I would say that's the hardest thing for people is second guessing whether they should get involved, whether they should move on, whether they should leave, whether they should say. Always go with your intuition because everybody has intuition. And always leave with love.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Well, what I could say about on regards of me is my journey was I had it in my household, the narcissistic
You grew
situation.
up with it. Oh, wow.
I grew up with it, and I did not back away from it until like recently, like a few years back. So it's
Wow.
something that it's associated with not just the brought up, but it also includes the religion type of
Okay.
thing. So
I went to Catholic school all my life, so I understand.
exactly, exactly. So it's situations like that that sometimes you want to leave, but the family dynamic is kind of like, oh, do I don't know, they're my family, they're the family that God gave me. You go always to that religion side of the situation, and it's not always, not all family members are meant to be in your life. That is something that I have learned, recently in a sense, but they don't they don't have to be part of you in order for you to be you. You could be you without them or without anybody else. That we as human beings require to have our little clique, somebody to chat, somebody to talk with, somebody to vent with. Yes, that is awesome, but there's nothing in the book or in the Bible, let me just throw out there, that says that you have to stay stuck with a person, especially when that person is very narcissistic and very hurtful, not to you, but also to your children, you know, and has put you in situations that they still to this day don't want to take accountability. So, what can you do after so many years? It took me 38, 39 years to figure it out. I mean, I knew about it, I just didn't have a name to it, and I didn't have the strength. But going in this spiritual journey that I've been going, it gave me the strength to say, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't have to have you approval or have to have your okay or have to have your hugs or your kisses or anything like that. You're just another human being. I wish you the best. I love you from afar. And that's all I could say. And just keep on moving forward, keep on moving, and keep on doing you. Find something that makes you happy for once. Makes something that makes you feel whole again, and Yes, it is a struggle. Yes, it is a journey in itself to step away and heal from a narcissist. But I know, I'm not saying I'm healed, but I know for a fact there is a way to that. There, the tunnel is there because I am embarking that journal, and I couldn't be any happier. I couldn't be any happier right now. Like I
It's
am.
probably the greatest you felt in a long time, huh?
Oh my god, yes, yes. Like oh, like I could
And
actually
that's the healing.
look. I
When
feel so
you
comfortable. Yeah, in
feel
my
it. Mhm. You feel it healing where it comes out of your skin. Your aura shows. You don't look as dark anymore. You're not as, I won't say as tired. Maybe for me because I got 7 kids, so I'm always tired, and a husband and a whole other like I'm always tired. But you know what I mean? Like the tired of just living. That's what I mean. That kind of tired. Like you like the why me and why am I here and why are these people doing this to me, and my who I am is not matching up with who I'm with and what I want, and you know what I mean? Let's change the story.
That is
Let's
true.
change the story. We don't got to deal with this. And I don't care who told you you got to put those years in or you got to put that time in. Let me tell you something. When a person shows you their true colors, please
Oh
believe them.
yes,
Please
yes,
believe them.
yes, yes.
Because
And they
somebody who
always
don't
say
care
that
about you, they
the
gonna
toughest
show you.
situations is when you get to know the true colors of somebody. And the tightest situation.
Especially in hard situations where you're used to, especially like for somebody like me, I'm very coming from out of this, I learned to be very independent, sometimes to a fault, you know what I mean? Like I don't ask for help or I don't expect anybody to help me. I just rather do it myself and get it done. You know what I mean? And I've learned that's a bad thing too.
No,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I'm
That's a
only here
narcissist.
agreeing with you, and it's a bad thing.
Right. It's a narcissistic trait. It's a bad thing.
Oh,
Right. We put pressure on
trying to put,
ourselves.
trying to do everything for yourself is a narcissistic trait. Oh crap! I kind of like overpassed that. I guess it resonated too much, so I didn't read it.
It was hard the first time I heard it too,
Wow.
because it almost questioned me. Like, I thought that was a good thing. I thought that's what people want. I thought that's what people look for. I thought, like, I
I
thought
was
that's what I was
raised that
looking
you were
for.
supposed
Like,
to be independent. That's how
right.
I was raised. Nobody gonna
Somehow,
do it for you. You gotta do it yourself.
that's narcissism.
And that explains
That's
a lot.
that's telling you you shouldn't love another person or trust another person enough to have a say so on how both your lives go.
That explains a lot.
That's not cool. And that plays into, even parenting. You know what I mean? Like, you got to take the emotion out and put the logic sometimes. And remember, whether you want to, like, parent, friend, spouse, like, even a child to us, your feelings matter. And that should be the number one thing that's taught. It doesn't matter what your feelings are, they matter. But what can we do to fix them? And healing takes time. So please do not put a stamp on it, anybody. Please do not put a stamp on healing or when you should be healing. I'm just hoping that the message coming across is we're like a blueprint in a way. You can use us in a way where it doesn't have to prolong. And you're not standing 10 years later or 5 years later or 3 years later having to deal with things you thought you dealt with. And you really didn't. You just learned how to suppress everything in your feelings and your emotions because of everything you don't want me to talk from everything you've been through. You know what I mean? And like I said, change the story. Let's not talk about what we've been through and how it hurt us, yeah,
Yes, the
but the
solution.
lesson too as well. What was the lesson we got out of it? Because everything from the higher power has taught us, everything repeats itself. History repeats itself, even through your children. You know what
Yes.
I mean?
That
So,
yep.
what are you teaching them? What are you teaching yourself? What are you reading? What are you doing before bed? What are you doing before you go outside? What are you doing before you're cooking? What mind frame are you in? Do you need
What
a moment?
intention do you have? What intention you use for everything?
Amen. Healing is such a you thing. You don't need nobody to heal you. You
Nope.
don't need the medicine. You don't. You need your love, you need your faith, and you need to believe in you. Because if you didn't believe in you, you wouldn't be here right now. So a part of you believes in you. That part you're ignoring.
That's actually something very curious because there's a lot of stuff I believe, but it's kind of like I don't know.
Rocky
I
said,
just
well,
don't
I
find
definitely
myself
still
where
have those traits. I think you said that to me yesterday. Like, oh my God, am I a narcissist?
well, I mean, if you ever go through the list of we have been gone through so much throughout, not just in a relationship itself, but throughout life in general, that
Mhm.
makes us grow up and put these walls and put these characteristics on ourselves and our personality that if you go in deep into narcissism, you're going to come up and be like, am I a narcissist? Like,
Right?
oh my God, I feel like I'm a narcissist because I do all this and this and this and that. Like, I got those toxic traits. But that is something that I want to bring awareness to because having toxicity doesn't make you a narcissist. But being a narcissist makes you toxic. Get my drift? Okay.
And not
Okay.
a lot of people know that part.
Now, being toxic is not something good because I am
No.
not proud of having all these toxic traits, which is something that I am currently healing. But you see, my ego was talking right there.
Well,
She wanted to come out.
when you're learning mantras and stuff, you're going to learn how to calm that ego.
Yes, but just because you have them, that doesn't make it okay. You be like, oh, I'm not a narcissist. I just have toxic traits. That not makes it okay. That makes it still bad. You know, you still gotta because you can't. You don't want your nobody to treat you that way.
I was
You know,
just going to say that.
I always try to put myself in other people's shoes.
I didn't. I didn't care.
Oh,
I was that one that dealt with narcissism that way. I didn't care. That person didn't care about me and the way they talked about me. So, guess what? I don't care how I talk to anybody because I'm not worthy. That's what I was really saying. I'm not worthy. You're not worthy. Nobody's worthy.
that is amazing. The different perspective, even though we both went through similar situations, it's kind
Mm,
of like your outcome and my outcome is still different. You know,
right.
you went and you went all out not caring while I went in caring too much.
Mm. I can't get back to that. I won't say that. Learning mantras, you got to change your words. I'm finding my way back to that. I have suppressed so much from dealing with narcissism and just, you know, BS in general from anyone and everything that I learned how to be quiet. I learned not to talk. I learned that my emotions have to stay with me. I learned that in order for people to like me, I have to be quiet. Not to speak my opinion, not to say what I went through or what I'm going through or what I'm feeling. You know, it spewed out in anger. And for me, I was always fine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna go do this. I'm good. I'm okay. Okay, yeah, they did that. So what? Not knowing that was just so I don't want to say ignorant of me, but I don't know what else to say. Like,
A coping mechanism.
maybe, yeah, yeah, and it became to the point where I was trying to control other people's karma.
So, in a sense, you as well was
I
manipulating.
became I became very toxic.
Got it.
I became very toxic, and none of my relationships were lasting because of it. But I didn't know that part. I kept blaming them. Oh, they don't know what they got. They don't know the superior
Yeah.
mind frame. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know I had that. I thought I was just that confident in myself that, again, I don't need anybody. You know what I mean? And it was so unhealthy because I pushed so many good people away
Oh, ah, I could testify for that because I was
because I
exactly.
couldn't love them anymore. And I had to push away even people, the narcissists I kept. I pushed away the people think about this for a minute. Pushing away people that actually love you and keeping the people that don't give a damn.
Yes.
Now, how that? Please help me make that make sense, because it
You
makes sense
helped
now.
me. I did the same thing.
Right, right. Like I'm learning now, and we're learning together, and we're learning with our family, and but please talk,
Oh,
please write, sing, dance, create, do anything that makes you happy, brings you joy. You shine through, bro.
oh yeah.
Shine through with all your might. And that is what you don't let nobody take. That is what you don't need to be dependent on nobody for. Making you happy. Everything else, yes, you do need help with, because it does take a team. It does take a team. You know what I mean? To be
Yeah, just
successful. It
like
does.
raising a kid, it takes a village. To raise you, it takes a team.
Hmm.
But it's kind of
Especially
like,
my seven.
well, it's kind of like what you're saying, and I totally agree. There was a point in my life where I would take showers and I have mirrors, and I wouldn't even look in the mirror. Like I would just do what I gotta do and just could keep it going. But now it's kind of like it's different. It's kind of like a shower. I do my hair, and I'm looking at myself. Just things like that. Just by looking at yourself in the mirror and showing you, like, oh, you look sexy today. How'd you
Talk
doing?
nice to yourself,
Yeah,
honey.
like
Yes.
exactly the same way that you treat others with that kindness and that most calmness and nurturing way, do that to you. And I call
Man
short.
or woman.
It
Man,
was something
woman,
that I never
child.
did, but I'm doing it now, and it's kind of like, look at me now. Look at me.
Yes. Hug yourself. Kiss yourself.
Love
Talk nice to
everything
yourself.
from
I
yourself.
have a wall by my desk and I put sticky notes every day. It doesn't matter what I'm feeling. The good and the bad. Write them down. Remember them. Keep
Okay.
them. Okay? These are what you're feeling. They're valid, but move past it. Learn how to, yeah, I'm feeling like this, but I want to feel like this. Because when you wake up, we wake up feeling how we felt yesterday. And I am very victim to that. I do that all the time. I feel like I woke up like what bothered me last week. I'm waking up feeling it today. I'd be like, what? But that's just because of, the mind frame. I didn't do what I had to do. This. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. I would stop. I would forget. Or, day to day, you forget to do stuff for yourself. Please remember, even 2 minutes in that mirror. Ooh, I look like a mess, honey, but I look good today. Or I said something positive today to somebody. Or I gave it out in the world. Be the opposite of what you've been through.
Your affirmations. Don't forget your affirmations. Even when at the minute that you open your eyes, just throw 5 affirmations out there. The main 5
Gratitude.
affirmations that will help you just feel better and just change your mindset in the morning. And then you just go up on your day, go, use the bathroom, get ready, get dressed, whatever it is. But just even before you put that foot down, just after you hit that snooze button, just 5 affirmations. And
Even if
I'm
you gotta
telling you,
take a deep
everything
breath
good.
and honey, blow out hard, blow out all your anger.
Oh my God, yes, you showed me how to
Blow
do
it out.
that. Yes, you do
I
that.
showed you,
I
right?
like that. I like that. I like that. All right, let's go
Hmm.
to a commercial break, and then we're going to come back for more.
Our our new segment, we shouting people out. You don't know who we shouting out, so
We
stay
got
tuned
a
for that,
second
guys.
people. All right, after commercial break, we'll be right back.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing. Healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back, guys.
I don't know. I
Okay.
thought I was on mute. Welcome back. Welcome back to Learning in Silence, episode 2. Healing after a narcissist. Okay, so don't forget to join us on Discord to
Oh my
talk to
God, you want to talk about
our
affirmations in the daily
boss.
pickup?
She's the,
Yes.
our boss is the best, Jessica. We love
Yes.
you.
Please look out for that. Please join again on
The Breakthrough Show
Discord.
Network text community, please follow us. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay,
Hmm.
so what is our segment of the day?
Woo! I'm so excited because I'm the one who chose it. But, you know, I feel like small businesses do not get the recognition they deserve at all.
Nope.
And people don't understand the hard work, the time, the patience, the energy, especially when you're a mom and or you just have a family or you have a life, you know what I mean? Every little bit helps, even if it's a like, share, subscribe, or support. We have chosen these lovely ladies on the bottom of the screen today for our Learning in Silence small business shout out. So we want to give a shout out to Lady Rock. Please go check her out, guys, on IG. She does all kinds of stuff: tumblers, pens, ashtrays, shirts. Oh my gosh, she does so many amazing things. She just did my daughter's. Yeah, she just did. Well, our daughter's graduation party. It was phenomenal, guys.
Ooh, I
So
saw the
make
pictures. I did.
yes.
It was lovely.
So make sure you guys check
Silence,
her out.
Lady Rock. Oh,
Mhm.
we love you.
Make
We
sure you
support you.
guys check out Lady Rock. Yes, Learning in Silence does support you, my love. And we cannot forget our other love, Skin by Deej.
Oh
Please,
my
guys,
God.
go check that out on IG as well. She got some stuff, honey.
Just by looking at her website, you will be mesmerized.
I'm waiting for my check. We also got Queen Bee's Hustle. You know she don't play no games, honey. She be slaying
Oh,
that
she's
thing.
got a jack of all trades. She does everything. I heard. Oh my. Ooh, and
And
wait, I saw a last name there. Who is that? Oh,
by
ugly.
popular demand of Juju.
Yes, yes. Because I was like, you can't show these entrepreneur ladies. You can't put her without putting yourself in there because it's kind of like, who are you? Like you're much more than ugly, pretty chick. In learning in silence.
Definitely. I very much am. So I am first and foremost an entrepreneur, an intuitive empath. I do healing as well, healing sessions for people with people. I do even healing with animals. I have my own dog service as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I am relaunching my jewelry line, guys. I have one of them on right now. I have my hand on right now. So I make protection jewelry. Yes, Juju has some on too
I
as
got one
well.
more. Well, some are
Yes,
there.
I'm trying to get the Buddhas in, guys. This is my next project I am working on. So protection always with the best attitude with Ugly Pretty Chick by Mandee. And you guys can head over to my Instagram and you guys can look at all the new and check out the link in my bio and keep up with everything I'm doing, guys. I also have a podcast outside of this called Talk Back by Ugly Pretty Chick.
Yes.
And it's not so interactive, it's just a listen to, but they are great pieces. I have 3 seasons up right now, guys. I'm currently working on my third season, episode 3. So stay tuned for that. And I can't, I don't know what else could I fit besides being a mama and a wife and a baby mom and all of that.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, Learning in
Always.
Silence, learning.in.silence 1122.
And you know, Ugly Pretty Chick got her own YouTube as well. So
Of
head
course.
over to YouTube and follow me, guys. Ugly Pretty Chick too by Mandee. And don't forget us on the Breakthrough Show here, Learning in Silence. And we have lovely partners. Our other hosts are amazing, guys. Please make sure you're tuning
Yes,
in
yes,
throughout the
yes.
week.
I would like to give a big shout out for, of course, Jessica through the Breakthrough Show every Friday at 12 Central. Um, this week, she's going this Friday. She will be going
Where we
to
going?
Ghana and she will be seeing
Ooh,
William Paul. Oh my
I'm
God.
excited for that.
I know, right? But
Mhm.
then this Sunday is Spirit Sessions. Is one of these beautiful
Beautiful.
ladies that have joined
Oh
our
my
network.
God.
Amazing. I love their show every
Breathtaking.
Sunday. I've been catching it every Sunday at 11 Central. And this week they will have on the 26th. It's Activate Your Inner Healing with Kelly Lianing. Hopefully, I'm saying the name right.
Well, we showing love, so I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be too bad. But make sure you guys tune in every day for Jessica as well on Project Joy. She is a great pick me up, guys, for your day.
Monday
And
to Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
amen.
And
And don't forget us.
don't forget the true love couple, Divine
Ah,
DNA, every
I love
Wednesday at
Wednesdays.
6 p.m. Central.
Yes,
We love ya.
7
We love y'all. And of course, like Mandee say, can't forget us. We
Eastern.
are the no, I'm just kidding. We are Learning in Silence every second and every fourth Thursday of the month at 12 Eastern. Ooh, I like that. That sounded like a commercial.
Oh, thank you. Right? We are proud of y'all too. Thank you so much, love
Thank you, thank
bug.
you, thank you. Thank you,
Soon to
everybody,
boom,
for
we see
coming. Thank you,
ya.
everybody, for
Ooh,
participating and
thank you so
interacting with
much.
us. Is there any questions that y'all need to ask? Please feel free to ask and reach out to us. Same information as the YouTube, just at gmail.com. And please don't hesitate to give us a call, an email. Well, not a call, an email.
Well, some of y'all gotta call me, but
But for those who have our phone, don't hesitate to call us.
no, show love, guys. We show love back. We want to support you
Yes.
guys. So if you know anybody for our next episode that has a small business, or if you want to be shouted out again and you're working on something fabulous, please let us know, guys. We would love to shout you guys out. Remember, always put love back into your heart, back into your speech, and back into your mind. It's your girl, Ugly Pretty Chick by Mandee, and
Bye.
your girl,
To the Divine
Juju.
Empress in Learning in Silence. Until next time.
Namaste, guys.
Thanks for watching Learning in Silence with your host, Juju.DivineEmpress. We appreciate you being here today. Please visit our network website at www.thebreakthroughshow.com to binge watch all of your favorite Learning in Silence episodes. We'll see you next month, same time, same place, only on the Breakthrough Show Network.